Sure, geez, I didn't give you any kind of introduction.
Oh, no introduction.
I got all excited and walked away. Dominic DiCarlo, who I dragged up here for you to stare at, was born and raised in Montreal, where he completed a major in psychology before doing graduate degrees, a master's and a PhD in religious studies in Concordia. He moved to the West Coast in 1995 with his family, who I think is up here, and since then has been teaching philosophy and history at Quinnipiac College. He's also taught at Concordia, Bishop's University, Simon Fraser University, and he currently lives in Burnaby. Dominic has recently published his first collection of poems called The Cycles of Inflamed Mysticism. One more time, let's welcome him.
Thank you very much.
Keep talking.
Hello, testing. Sound good? Whoops. I better. Hi. About a week ago I decided I better start writing some poems for today's event, so I started writing a week ago. How much time have I got? 20 minutes?
20 minutes.
15, 20 minutes. I think I'll be able to pull it off in 20 minutes. It's one poem, by the way. It's supposed to be an introduction to a larger piece of work, so we'll see. It's about 19 pages long anyways, and it's just an introduction. So, anyways, the theme is about the city, since we're all city folks out here, although it doesn't look like a city, it looks more like a wilderness. Anyway, it's called Introducing the City. The city is with a voice, a feisty smile, with vibrant, aroused beat patterns. This is where I collect my madness, and where my lilac, neurotic dance steps were edited. Dancing is a secular sacrament, said some fool across the street from where I live, elsewhere, in a previous century, in a previous city, before this city published its story upon my self-self. Before radioactive dreams dragged me across cold galaxies and pushed me into this city, half awake, with restless crows stealing the show from coyotes. Full of trickery, playing games without diaries. But if their cemeteries could lie awake, I'd ask Freudian questions to unlock their secrets from inside their psyche. So, I sit and soak myself in the nectar of a Zen meditation, Tropicana storm. But the city remains a latchkey house, decorated with secret riddles beneath the asphalt, lost and scattered with 1,000 regurgitated heretics. The thoughts of the city leap at ghosts, hanging on windowsills, afraid of city lights and a honking of cars. Yeah, the city is a raw jostling carnival of fits of fury, clothed in strange paraphernalia, colliding with unzipped winds, canvassing for political change, going sideways recklessly with mechanical rhythms of ghost songs. The city is neurotic. It swims itself in congested traffic under unscrupulous neon lights, flickering into the gauze of the moon. But I seek its poetry to unhinge myself, to maroon me to the moon, so I can throw my eyes at the stars, to squeeze lonely nights under the sheets. Perhaps a visitation from a goddess would warm me up. But oh, I saw mermaids in the sky once while I prayed to an atheist. She sent me a bucket of 2 oceans. An octopus laughed. And I landed in the city park in a folded chair over there. It was like walking into a red blood sun, dripping her liquid fires upon a dancing ghostly flower. Perhaps the city cries only in city parks, where it curves itself into Pythagorean pieces calls it a beautiful destiny. I run into the city with induced attention to detail. I seek the city in the ornaments of the clouds, with its moon nectar waterfall pouring the turquoise of her skies upon the saints and heretics of this city. It's not a dream, it's a sleep, like a life, under the basilica of a self-righteous rock, where dramas played in the assembled hysterics of outcasts. The grammar of the city is dark, full of exiled ghosts, surfacing along the gates, rising from beneath the foul and dreary soil, where dogs are humans, and humans are dogs. These are the margins of indigo blues, where madness becomes superactive, into an independent state of mental affairs becoming a masterpiece of the self. I collide with the city, I merge with the city. I am its master of ceremonies, the poetic magistrate of its moon shadow selfie, plucking away at the soft strings of her delicate imagination. There is a world here, in these veins, in these arteries, in these neurons. I paint pictures of the city on clouds, where gods paint by numbers their dastardly moods. So I laugh and giggle at their antics, so stupidly divine. The gods of the city are so-so, go-go, burlesque dancers. They are not modern. They still read Homer. They give me the anxieties I throw at the city on rainy days. But lately, I've been holding my vermilion breath as it's ready to arch itself into the crevice of my dark side, parsed with soft jade glass mirrors. This is to make a circus emerge, that of the gods, the city, and myself, where I become lost in an equation, where relationships work like magic algebra, where everyone becomes an awkward connection of weird astrological symbols, drenched in the alchemy of metals. The city is a floating, fastidious dragon with thunderous implications. There are words written in sulfur. There are words written in red ink. And my throat trembles in the dust of cinnabar, the elixir of ancient immortals. The city is a sonnet, rumbling in iambic pentameter. We stare each other down, even on sunny afternoons, when we flip words back and forth and spin them in the air for the gods to play with. They are the masters of cerulean, poetic oracles and crossword puzzles. They are nuts that way. And in this city, I am a comma chameleon, making changes and adapting to its tinsel. As the brutal truth commences a sermon in a marketplace, where angels without wings concubine themselves into erotic, silky figurines, while crows nibble at my feet. And so it goes around and around and around, as nature takes its turn in addressing me with cocktail sympathy. So strange to think of nature in the city offering me momentary relief from deep disturbing thoughts running through my soft, snappy fingers. And these moon monstrous fingers shimmer and they dance in a shallow place, flipping pages aghast with crazy vipers' tales of poets still living in the womb of this hilly city, wrestling with foggy demons and terrified ghosts. Oh, how this city anoints me with graphic geological reviews of its merits, nudging its resume to my hollow hands. It's a gorgeous disturbance to have in your hands as you quilt your path along the way, as moon moth gardens call my name in this ganglion city. And I go rummaging through old archives looking for poets to function in this dark, dark bird city. Even the moon is aroused by phlox flowers, yipping, yapping, like a society of foxes, trolling for their own ghosts by the abandoned railway tracks, fornicating in the dark with reckless economies of secret urges. And like the city in the post-moment of garrulous conspiracy, they thrive only in the strangest of ways, like a text of self-indulgence, stretching the boundaries of self-made topographies. The city is a text, a hermeneutical exercise registered in the abdomen of syntax and semantics, with its hidden words and archaic traces of its pilot project history, pleading for salvation, handing us passwords to uncover what lies behind the silhouettes of its unfolding dreams. Yes, the city dreams and conceals itself in the twisted surplus of cluttered inert stories. Yes, the city dreams in fractals and mosaic palettes of a gentle geotext, oozing from a crafted landscape, gathering whispers that work in the chambers of terrifying energies. The city is an archive